Hi again then guys, and so we've got another X-Tunes Extreme Circuit setup for you today, and this time it's for a very, very popular supercar on GT6, the Lamborghini LP700 Aventador. Now surprisingly, the PP on this car, and also to some degree the power, aren't necessarily as high as you might expect. The fact that we can't give it a full-on flat floor is kind of unfortunate, because I feel like you could quite easily get this car up to say 660 or maybe even 670 pp with that flat floor, and it certainly deserves more than 1,000 horsepower. Come on PD, seriously. But we've gone for racing soft tyres. As far as suspension, we've got the lowest possible ride height. Springs have increased quite a bit to 1075 and 1225. The dampers to 5, anti-roll we've left on 3. For camber, we do have a little bit on the front just to keep the front end a little bit more in line. Neutral toe. We'll come back to the gearbox last, as usual. For the diff, we've got the lowest initial torque, highest acceleration, and then for the braking, we've got the lowest on the rear, and as you can see, the highest on the front. We've got a 50-50 split on the centre diff to make sure that we get enough of that torque to the front end to counteract that extremely light front end that Lamborghinis have, with only 44% of the weight being there. As far as power, all of the upgrades plus an oil change. I haven't fitted NOS though. You want the full weight loss package, of course. I am running one of the optional body kits and a custom rear wing. Obviously you can build it to whatever spec you want, whatever colour you want. I'm running the maximum downforce, and we've got no ballast. Finally, for the gearbox, this is of course not a top speed tune, it's a circuit tune, so we've got an auto setting of 230. Then for the individual gears, we've got 455, 3025, 2.2, 1725, 1.4, 1175 and 1, with a final drive of 3.3. And as you can see, it doesn't fit perfectly off to a PP level, but 648 is pretty much as high as you can get it. So that's it for the tune itself. Now let's take it out to a circuit to see how it performs as an X-Tune. Overall, despite being a very strong all-round performance car, the Aventador isn't as quick as many people hope. It does make a good X-Tune, because it does have some very specific advantages. It's quick off the line, the all-wheel drive means that it's good in wet weather, and it is easier to drive than many of the other supercars are when you take them up to that kind of power level. But for some reason, all-wheel drive cars in general on Gran Turismo aren't really given the credence that they deserve. Pretty much the only one that is the Nissan GT-R. Apart from that, all of the others feel just a little bit too heavy around corners. This car doesn't suffer from that as much as others, so it does have good handling, definitely, but don't expect it to beat everything at the 650 pp level. If you use it on the right track, a track which allows you to use that power, but also with a mix of cornering, then you'll do well. If you use it purely on a technical circuit, then you won't do so well, because you don't get to use this car's advantages to the fullest. So overall, if you decide to use this X-Tune, obviously I hope you find it fun, and it is definitely a very fun car to drive, and potentially competitive for 650 pp racing as well. But that's it for this build overall, so if you'd like to keep up with more like this, feel free to subscribe down below. But for now, as always, thanks for watching.